Tonight, for the first time ever on Operation Transformation, a leader misses the weigh-in.
I'm really sick about him.
Another leader goes off plan.
No, I'm just being so bold.
And Ireland's most famous goal scorer puts on her dancing shoes for It's Your Move. This is Operation Transformation. You can follow Operation Transformation online at RTÉ.ie/OT. On radio with RTÉ Radio 1 and 2FM. And you can join me, Catherine Thomas, here every Wednesday and Thursday night. Operation Transformation is real people making lasting lifestyle changes while inspiring others to do the same.
Oh, bless, thank you.
And after a record-breaking opening week on the scales,
Total loss of £12.
our 5 leaders weren't the only ones seeing results.
How was your week?
I lost £7.
Woohoo!
I can't believe that.
And it's not too late to start. Log on to RTÉ.ie/OT to follow the Operation Transformation Food and Fitness Plan. Last week, our Limerick leader, Claire Scanlon, really battled with exhaustion. And Dr. Ciara revealed why.
You're anemic. It's like fighting a battle with one hand tied behind your back.
Dr. Ciara starts Claire on a course of iron supplements. And Aoife drops in with some advice on how to boost Claire's iron intake through diet.
So if we actually think about 3 foods in particular that are really good sources of iron, red meat, salmon also is a great source of iron, and then eggs actually, and particularly the egg yolk, but eggs in general are going to be a great source of iron. The other thing to keep in mind is that caffeine can block the absorption of iron. So if we're eating iron-rich food, the body absorbing that iron, that's the main message, I think.
But all that iron flowing through Claire's system might bring some other business to a halt.
Of course, there is a side effect of taking iron supplements, which is... Constipation, lovely. This is really, really common. So I would say the key thing is to make sure you're drinking enough water is really, really important. Plenty of water.
Okay.
Plenty of water. Okay. Plenty of water, in case you didn't get that.
Okay.
But just in case Claire hasn't taken the hint, Liam and Caoimhe get creative.
Thank you very much.
And husband Tom is ready to unveil his inner domestic god as well.
1 lemon, half zest, zested and juiced.
Zested is like the skin of it.
Right, 2 sprigs.
Sprigs.
Rosemary, chopped.
It's in the fridge.
Well, unless he dated 1 year ago, he definitely has never met rosemary before, no.
I don't mind doing something I'm able to do, but I hate doing something that I can't. It would either be raw or burnt.
And with Tom's date in the kitchen with Rosemary, Claire has time to work out with the kids.
Very heavy.
Yeah, that's great, eating the lemons.
And now even the family dogs are keen to get involved.
It's hard enough to lift the water bottle, Jake, without you standing up on top of my arm.
With dinner finally in the oven, Claire even gets time to put her feet up.
It was nice, I was able to chill out for 15 minutes. Sorry, Tom.
Looks nice.
Turns out that Tom is hot stuff in the kitchen after all.
Oh yeah, that's lovely. Good on you. Isn't it?
But it's not just her family that have rallied behind Claire this week. The whole community of Mona Gay are doing their bit to support their local leader.
You're amazing. 7.5 pounds.
Yeah,
well done.
Thank you.
How proud I am of you.
Taking compliments mightn't come naturally to Claire, but it's something she'll just have to get used to.
You're great and you're beautiful and you're inspiring. It's overwhelming.
Like it or not, Claire is an inspiration, with over 120 of her neighbours on board with the plan.
We're going to do the £1 Million Challenge and see what Mona Gay community can lose.
I have lost 6.5 pounds since last week.
6 3/4 pounds lost, I was delighted.
Just in my way in, delighted, last 4.25 pounds.
So there's loads of pressure after tonight, but it's all good though.
Claire's Mona Gay neighbours hold their breath.
Good luck, up you get. Last week, you were 16 stone, 6.5 pounds. Your target was to lose 3 pounds. And today, you weigh 16 stone, 6 pounds. So that is a loss of just ½ pound, which is a long way off your target.
Claire, 2.5 pounds off your target at this stage is not great, I won't lie. As you get fitter, you've got to work harder to hit the numbers and get the results. From an exercise perspective, I believe you can work harder. I'm going to come down and pay a visit, and we're going to have a look at how hard you're working and the sessions and see what we can do to get the very best out of it.
It's just the disappointment.
Yeah.
But I am working. So that's what's the annoying thing. So I didn't take any shortcuts, so I did what I was supposed to do, so that's annoying. That's all.
I know you're disappointed. I'm disappointed for you, but did you have a bowel movement every day this week?
No.
And would you have had a bowel movement every day before?
I suppose so, yeah.
I think that really leads us to the one conclusion that you are carrying extra weight that's not fat, but extra weight on your frame right now.
Claire, this is a minor setback. Yeah. It's not a major setback. You've been through way worse than this. In the big scheme of things, this is 1 week, one weigh-in, and you will progress on.
By following the plan and giving it a little bit more of my exercises, I'm hoping to make it next week. I don't want to feel this disappointed again, so I'm going to have to work at it.
If you'd like to follow Claire, log on to RTÉ.ie/OT, where you can also track your weight and make it count towards the OT £1 Million Challenge. The Operation Transformation 5K run is happening in just 5 weeks' time. Registration for our flagship Phoenix Park event opens tomorrow night. But this year, for the first time ever, the entire country can take part. We're teaming up with Parkrun so you can hit the ground running in over 40 locations nationwide. And last Saturday, you took the first steps towards that start line with our brand new 0 to 5K training plan with Parkrun.
OT. Only here on 2FM.
Carl and Louise turned up the energy levels on 2FM.
Live on the radio, where else would you want to be on a Saturday morning?
And a record-breaking 7,400 of you lined out at 40 Parkrun locations nationwide. I'd say the gossip on a Saturday morning.
No, it doesn't happen.
I think that maybe the parkrun will finally get me out of bed on a Saturday morning.
My aim is really to be able to jog 5K fully.
Katie's buzzing.
And we're with you every single step of the way. 3, 2, 1, and go.
And we were off, with our OT ambassadors setting the pace.
You don't have to be out running at a really fast pace to develop that little bit of cardio, just a decent brisk walk, and not even that brisk.
You could come down here and run that route on your own and you guarantee you won't do the time that you do when there's 40 other people running with you.
Once you put one foot in front of the other, you're a runner. And once you kind of realise that, it gets a lot easier to come down.
1 more lap to go.
But the mental part to get out in the morning is the hardest.
Fabulous. Congratulations to our 2,400 first-timers who walked, jogged and laughed their way to the finish line.
Operation Transformation, we love you.
Definitely come back again.
Woo! And the good news is that you can too. We'll be doing it all again next Saturday and every weekend. It's not too late to start. Log on to RTÉ.ie/OT to register for your local park run. Make sure you select Operation Transformation 2016 as your club so that we can track everyone's progress. And don't forget to print your park run barcode. You must register before attending.
Keep it on, no.
At last week's weigh-in, Dan Kennedy revealed he hadn't been well.
The stomach is just really, really bad, cramps, and you know, I'm passing a little bit of blood as well in the back passage, so at the moment it's not good.
So my focus this week is very much about your health and making you better.
Until we can investigate what's wrong with Dan, he's under strict instructions to rest. But having started on his fitness programme, Dan's never found it so difficult to put his feet up.
It's very frustrating that I can't get out and do even a walk or, you know, a small jog or anything like that. And down the dumps a little bit about it, to be honest with you. They're the experts, I have to follow what they say, otherwise I'm not going to get better.
But never far from Dan's side is doting mother Kay, who's now added nursing to her long list of chores.
That's for the patient. Oops-a-daisy. Now my son. How are you?
Not too bad.
If you want something, ring me.
I will. Obviously I can't do it for myself now because I'm not well and she's looking after me again. Fairness to her, you know. She's a good old skin. I'm going to try to eat the sandwich anyway.
But that turns out to be a sandwich too far.
Anything that I'm eating is actually just going through me. I know it doesn't sound very nice, but I'm dry reaching an awful lot, and it's really, really tiring me out. But it's not it's improving a small bit.
I'm really sick about him, but I know I'm not going to relax until they find out what it is, you know. Because no matter what age they are, they're still your children, and you know.
The next morning, it's time for Dan's hospital appointment. And older brother Ray comes along to lend his support.
I still feel crap, I feel terrible. It's more than an infection in my bowel now, what I thought. You know, I'd say it's a little bit more serious.
Dan arrives at St Michael's Hospital in Dún Laoghaire. And while he's worrying about the day ahead, Dr. Ciara is on hand to reassure the patient. Operation Transformation suddenly seems a long way off.
In fairness, Dan has been incredibly brave today. It's not easy to come into a hospital setting. It's not easy to put yourself through procedures. It's a very important health message that we get out there that if you are passing blood, it needs to be investigated as a red flag health-wise.
It's okay, don't panic.
So Dan is going to have his endoscopy, his camera down today, his colonoscopy, his camera up today, and his biopsies and all that kind of stuff, and we'll get the results over the course of the week and we'll see what happens.
After undergoing a range of tests, the doctors felt Dan wasn't well enough to go home. He was admitted and kept under observation. The next day, Dr. Ciara arrives to give Dan his results.
I know you haven't spoken to your surgeon yet, but I have spoken to him.
Okay.
He said to me that you had the worst case of colitis that he has ever seen.
Okay.
Colitis is inflammation in your large bowel. The lining of your whole large intestine was very swollen and bleeding and inflamed. The main thing now is just get the treatment sorted and get you back on your feet as fast as we can.
Absolutely.
It's a major setback to Dan's OT plan, but the arrival of his nephew and family is a welcome distraction and gives Dan just the lift he needs.
Oh yeah, I'd be very happy when he's home. I really miss him out of the house as well, and hopefully he's on the road to recovery.
It's just getting better for next week, really, and then the week after, please God, I'll be back on the show. I'll be back, definitely back. Bit of an Arnold squad, you never let me know. I'll be back, definitely be back.
And then he'll be home to Mammy.
So guys, for the first time in Operation Transformation history, we have a leader that's not been able to attend today. Dan is still too sick. So Ciara, what's the story? How is he?
Poor Dan is very unwell. He's still in hospital, but we're monitoring the situation. He's having a second colonoscopy today and we're awaiting biopsy results. He's getting the treatment he needs, but unfortunately, yes, he is still very unwell, and all our thoughts are with him and we wish him really well, and he's been an absolute trooper. He really is a fantastic leader, even though he's not here.
If you're following Dan, keep going. Log on to RTÉ.ie/OT to access your food and fitness plan. Let's do Dan proud. Join us after the break when we catch up with our final leader.
Start counting backwards now from 300.
But first, it's time for tonight's ad break challenge.
Off the couch, it's the ad break challenge, and it's alternating lunges. Back straight, tummy pulled in, big step in right leg, and then big step in left leg. You ready? In 3, 2, 1, and go!
Keep going!
Yeah, lunge. Imagine if the camera could just...
Forecasting lots of lunges.
For 3, perfect, 2, and 1, up you come. Shake it out, enjoy part 2.
So it doesn't matter if it's raining or snowing or bitterly cold.
Get up and get active.
It's your move.
Now that you're warmed up, why stop there?
Join me and the leaders at 9 p.m. on RTÉ Player.
Log on to RTÉ.ie/OT and click on RTÉ Player Workout to join Carl and the leaders directly after the show. Last week, I went back to my old school, St. Leo's in Carlow, to launch our It's Your Move campaign, a dance fitness workout designed to get teenage girls moving and grooving. And in PE classes all over the country, that's exactly what you ladies did. With 80% of teenage girls not getting the recommended level of exercise, it's a campaign that couldn't have come soon enough.
So in the last 12 months, we've had a 50% increase in the number of girls between the age of 10 to 13 who've been referred to our clinic. Those children already have high cholesterol, so it's not even a case of waiting. It's already happened. There are a group of children out there who are literally sitting still, and that is a really, really bad state of affairs. And I think the campaign to encourage awareness among the teenage girls is absolutely fantastic.
When Irish soccer player Stephanie Roach found the back of the net for Peamount United, her perfect goal propelled her to stardom and a nomination for World Goal of the Year. She's used to rubbing shoulders with the world's most elite sports stars, but this week, Stephanie is trading her football boots for dancing shoes to get on board with our campaign.
I'm going to be so far out of my comfort zone today, but I think it's going to be worth it because I'm going to be hopefully helping young girls to see that you just have to be confident to go out and try different things, and you never know, something might just stick.
And ready to help Stephanie with her fancy footwork are the students of her old school, Holy Child in Sallynoggin and Raw Edge Crew.
I'm probably the most uncoordinated person you're ever going to meet, so
We'll go easy on you.
Girls are going to help me out as well, aren't you?
And once the beat dropped, Stephanie, the girls, and even the teachers couldn't help but break out the moves.
The It's Your Move campaign from Operation Transformation is a fantastic method of highlighting activity for young girls, helping them to get over their inhibitions and become more relaxed in taking part in team sports.
I'm really enjoying it. At first it was a tiny bit difficult, but when we got into it, it's easier to learn.
Oh, it was amazing. It was great working with Stephanie, like just in dance instead of football.
And I don't actually think it's all about dance. I think it's just about moving, and that really, really changes people, doesn't it? You see their confidence really grow, and it's fun too.
I don't think I'm going to have any sort of career change just yet, but it just shows that if I can take part, as bad a dancer I am, anybody can do it.
Well, we think Stephanie has scored another winner, helping us out with the second step of It's Your Move. Each week, we'll add another new step to the routine, and in 4 weeks' time, we'll reveal the complete dance fitness workout. Why not get your PE class involved? Log on to RTÉ.ie/OT to check out the first 2 sequences and hit the floor to master those moves. Don't forget to send us in your videos. And who knows, we could be surprising your school next week. Yes! And Holy Child wasn't the only school on the move. Teacher Nolene Lynham lost an impressive £7 last week. And her new active lifestyle is something she's determined to share with the children at her County Meath Primary School.
I have been very conscious of bringing my new habits into school as well. Start in. I was delighted I got an exercise workout from Carl Henry, which was kid-friendly, adapted for the children.
I like to keep healthy because sport's fun and you get really fit.
Stick your bum out. Do you have to get that angle?
And it's not just the little people that Nolene is keen to influence. She is taking this fight to the staff room.
I opened one of the cupboards to get a cup, and there they had Mr. Potterton's secret stash of chocolate. Okay, so you're following me and you're supporting me all the way.
But this school of hard knocks has left Nolene struggling to unwind. Enter the soothing sounds of Paul McKenna.
Because it's my mind racing that I'm thinking of what's going on in school, what happened, what have I to do. So I do hypnotic induction or meditation tapes.
Do not listen to this eyes-closed process whilst driving or operating machinery.
Start counting backwards now from 300. 300. 299. 298. That's right. Counting backwards only as fast as you become comfortably aware of your chest.
Having become comfortably aware of her chest, it's time to get Nolene's heart rate up again.
The exercise plan went a little bit awry due to an act of God. I'm not taking any responsibility for that. This is like something you'd see Torval and Dean doing Bolero on.
And it wasn't just Nolene's fitness plan that went off-piste. Having failed to prepare properly, she's ended up with an unbalanced food plan.
This is my third time this week with the same meal, which I know is totally wrong, and I'm going to be, shall we say, chastised. But hey, under the circumstances, it was the best I could do. I do not care. Done more than enough.
But Nolene does care about her social life. And after 3 nights slaving over a hot microwave, she hits the town in Mullingar. While Nolene restricts herself to sparkling grape juice, she's less restrained when it comes to choosing her main meal.
So it's a low-cal option. You know, okay, maybe not strictly on the OT plan, but it's as close as I think I'm going to get. I feel like I'm being decadent. Like, I know, I'm just being so bold. That's probably one thing I was worried about is, okay, do I have to change my lifestyle completely? Because my life is going out, so I don't want to be, oh yeah, great, I'm slim, I'm toned, and I'm sitting at home. What a waste.
So, will that pizza take its toll on the scales?
Good luck. Up you get onto the scales. Last week you were 11 stone 4.5 pounds. Your target was to lose 2 pounds, and today you weigh 11 stone 2.5 pounds, which is a loss of 2 pounds. Aoife.
Well done, Nolene. You hit your target. Delighted to see it. I suppose a little part of me is maybe disappointed to see you going off plan this week. You know, I suppose we have the plan there for a reason, and eating chicken rosemary 3 days in a row is definitely not what we want you to do or what we want your followers to be doing. So I think that's something definitely we need to work on, figure out why it happened and make sure it doesn't happen again.
I quite liked your slightly erotic tapes, but and I was
that's what you call erotic.
I was wondering where you got them. No, but I was kind of going, is there some stress level? And it made me think, are you distracting yourself all the time? I'm watching you now, you see, I'm thinking about you.
I reached my target this week, even though I was a bit of a Colleen Donna, so can't wait to see what happens next week when I am fully prepared and following the plan.
We're back here tomorrow night at 8:30 when the Dublin Fire Brigade push our leaders to the limit with another gruelling challenge.
No! I don't care what day of the week it is, just let me get down.
But right now, it's time for your own challenge.
Come join us for the group workout directly after the show. It's your move.
Log on to RTÉ.ie/OT and click on RTÉ Player Workout to join Carl and the leaders now. Best of luck.
Water bottles at the ready. Carl and the leaders are go for the live Operation Transformation workout now on RTÉ Player. So lace up those runners and prepare to sweat.